Now from the future of lifestyle tech, we're moving into AI. Because AI has an impact on every industry, and so of course also in the fashion industry. And to talk about AI x fashion, we have a keynote now from Francesca Rossi, the co-founder of Limitless Innovation. Please give them a warm welcome.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you Flo, and welcome, and thank you to all of you for being here with us today. It's a pleasure, and coming back for the third year in a row in this amazing stage. It's always super energizing and deeply inspirational. As Flo said, I'm Francesca. I'm co-founder of Limitless Innovation and the head of Open Innovation Lab. But let's see if this works. Yes, definitely. So I'm currently based between Miami and São Paulo, but my hearth is in a little village in the center of Italy, the epicenter of shoemaking. So I know since when I was really young how craftsmanship and artisanality is really important in this world, and actually I also learned how difficult change is. Because I always heard my father speaking about the fact that it was hand-cutting leather for the entire life. And at that time, he said the automatic cutting will not replace the hand cutting anymore, and never. It's still there, but the automatic cutting helped a lot the evolution of the industry. Then I make the change the reason of my life, and I decided to jump into this amazing journey that is Limitless Innovation. At Limitless Innovation, we help constantly and everyday brand in accelerating their innovation journey. So in the last years, we spend a lot of time helping them in prioritizing challenges, finding the right technologies, implementing the right solution. And one word came out loud and clear in the last discussion, and it's that everyone wants to do something with AI. Everyone is speaking about AI. So let's start with a simple question. How many of you are using AI, or are your companies implementing somehow AI? Let's see if I have a statistical representative sample here. Yeah, so I'm in a statistical representative sample room. But you know what? The point is that it's true that everyone is speaking about AI, but it's also true that there is a mismatch between expectation and reality. If technologies help me, okay. Because if it's true that the 75% of executives rank the AI as the next strategic priority, it's true on the other side that only 1 out of 4 companies has put the AI into their core processes and strategies. So this is something that is really important to understand. And this is not surprising on the other side, because if we look at how the AI is impacting the overall industry, we can say that the transformation is happening in 3 waves. So everyone is starting from efficiency. I'm sure that the first things that come into your mind when thinking about AI is it helped me and my company is making the same things that we are doing, but in a faster and cheaper way. So think about, I don't know, how much time the merchandising department of your company is spending on analyzing competitor websites. Today, with a click and with some interesting solution, your people can do it really easily and fast. When you understand that the efficiency is reached, but you can also use the AI to get a better outcome, here you jump into the second wave. There is what we call the quality and better output. That means that you understand and your company understand that the AI will enable something more, and it can really accelerate your business processes. Think about, I don't know, all the solutions that can help your design department in making sketches and immediately images. So instead of drawing, you immediately have an image. This is something that improves the way in which you are doing things. Looking at the industry, still we are starting to see some movement here. What is really, really difficult, it's jumping into the third wave. That is when AI become transformative into the industry. And this is when the AI become embedded in all your processes. So imagine a world in which the customer can go to the website, chat with a chatbot, asking for a look. The website immediately provide a 3D avatar that is dressed up exactly in the same way that the customer wants. And also the retail assistant, the store assistant get the same information. So if the customer goes into the shop, they can get exactly the same outfit. This is really when AI is broadly spread inside your processes. We are not there yet. So this is something that we created as a framework at Limitless, putting together hundreds of conversations with fashion executives, with research, and so on and so forth. I don't want to spend too much time or go in depth into the intersection. Just the message here is that the industry is full of POC, it's full of pilot, it's full of single experimentation. But you know what? That's a list of use cases. It's not a business strategy. So what companies really need today in the fashion industry at least, but I'm sure that also in the other industry, is really a coherent blueprint to win in an AI native world. It's nice to see, and it's nice to say, actually, but probably I can see your question mark, the question mark on your faces, because this is a really nice statement, but how you can do it in practice. So at Limitless, we have built our coherent blueprint around 3 pillars. The first one is strategy. So we heard about it also in the previous speech. Don't start with technology, but ask yourself, why do we want to use AI in our company? And how the AI can enable our company strategy? Define a strategy, it's obviously setting and define ambition and business goals. So ask ourselves, which is the company strategy and why and where AI can enable it. Starting from there, it's easier to define and identify the priority processes to address. You can start top-down, doing a super wide workshop with C-level executive. You can start bottom-up, looking at the cost, so looking at which processes are more costly or more impactful. The important thing is prioritize and define processes. Then define objective, clear goal to reach with AI, and then define the KPI to measure them. Because only if you can measure them, you can make it scalable. So, oops, okay, here they are. Just to give you a clear example of what I mean when I say define an AI strategy, think about 2 really different companies, LVMH and Zara. They have completely different strategy, but they are both embedding AI in their strategies in a completely different way. Zara don't use AI to dazzle, but to work smarter. So they started from inventory management, demand forecasting, supply chain, production. They gather a lot of data from their customer to make the process faster and more efficient. On the other side, LVMH has completely different objective. They embedded AI to make the experience of their customer more personalized. So that's why they worked on content, they worked on clienteling app to empower the store assistant, and they identified all the processes to make it happen. Second enabler is what we call the engine. So which are the AI models and data that will enable your AI strategy? Now I will show you a picture that is a bit scaring maybe, but when we sat with companies, the first question that we asked them when they said, I want to make AI, I want to use AI somewhere, we start saying, okay, you know where your data are, you know which are the data you need, and that's when the conversation become a little bit more critical and a little bit more scary. So the first step to make it happen and to make the AI really successful in your company is to think about your data strategy, and build a sort of middle layer that we call the industry iOS that can orchestrate and help you orchestrating all the AI models or AI solution that you can put on it. It's true that technology is important, but we all know that competitive advantage doesn't rely on code. So that's why I always want you to remember this amazing sentence that is, for every dollar you spend or invest in tech, invest $2 in people and change. That's fundamental. So that's why, and that's where, the third pillar comes into the game. And the third pillar is what we call enablers. So think about who will deliver the strategy that you have defined. So we usually look at 4 pillars and 4 enablers. Number 1 is the operating model and capabilities. The operating model is how the strategy is translated into execution. So how processes interact and how people are organized. I think that I end my time, but they cut it, so I was trying to keep it. The second one is the governance. Third one is ethics and policies, and communication and change. So I will more than happy to discuss about all the enablers later on. It's a lot of things, I know, it's a lot of input, but the point is that you don't have to do everything right now, but start the process in the right manner is an absolute necessity, because AI can optimize, can accelerate, can transform, but it has to have a direction, and as an executive, you have to define the direction. Thank you, I'm done.